No, I'm
Always ask that. Relax.
Okay, Jen,
Yeah.
so you talked about, could we maybe end
Yes.
with, we have about 10 minutes left, with, maybe, we could all come up with what we thought might be a good coping skill.
Yeah, I would like
to help
just like
you.
a tool that I don't do, something I don't do.
Okay.
Or just to like incorporate something I don't do for like the homework you were
So
saying.
what would you like, when you say coping, just, is
Uh-huh.
it, so tell me a little bit what happens
So I
when
was
you
just
don't
telling
feel
her
like you're
how,
coping.
I was just telling Christine how, you know, like for some people, they would go make a stress ball and, you know, use a stress ball. You know, what is something that I really like? I like to do art, so I used to love doing art, and I just feel with everything, I have absolutely no time to do any of my art. And I would just love to just go do my art again, but I highly doubt I will.
Okay, so but when do you feel most stressed? When do you feel like?
Oh, when do I feel like?
Or what happens, like, when,
I
is there
suppose when I
something
feel
that
like
triggers
over-
the stress?
Oh, okay,
or-
so
that we can kind
like
of
when
better
I don't
understand.
like when I feel like overwhelmed and I don't understand, or I have to, I suppose, ask all those questions. But then when it's all said and done, I'm good.
Okay, so is it that when you say you don't understand, so it's a school thing, that you feel like,
There was a lot of questions, like how do I get videos uploaded? Oh my God, so I've been going to the mall to, you know, which is actually, it's not bad if I bring the baby, and so
Okay.
one day I had to actually go there, and I was just stressed out, like I literally sat there and just waited for them to all upload.
okay, so,
That was very stressful.
would it help to have someone like that, for the rest of the rest of the semester, that, is there someone in the class that you think is like excelling in those skills that could sort of mentor you, or somebody that you'd reach out to?
Oh, lucky me.
I'm
You are
Just
doing
in-
excellent.
Thanks.
And how do you, I don't know how you guys upload, even everyone's
Because I
uploading.
do it every day.
But I did
Okay.
delete a lot of the apps, and I tried to turn, so I
not
didn't.
the
Okay,
apps.
it's
Oh,
not
what is
the,
it?
so we can,
I had one that was trying to update, or for 2 days, was trying to upload for 2
right,
days.
so a couple of the,
Mhm.
do you have some tips for her about how to
Yeah, what-
upload the videos? So-
I do.
And then there, so that's one thing, so why don't we spend the time,
Also,
maybe you have some tips to share.
about the cans, like I've been spending.
So
maybe,
let's
like,
focus
okay,
on one
one
thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
So let's
can't
start
be
with
scattered.
one, right,
So
True.
the videos, you need to upload one at a time,
Okay, one at a time.
or else they're gonna
Right.
take
you
forever.
can only upload one at a time, really.
How long does one at a time actually?
5
take?
minutes if you have good Wi-Fi.
Well, I even increased my Wi-Fi at home.
Well, listen.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen. So, I don't agree with 5 minutes, but you might have better Wi-Fi than I
I
do.
guess my work Wi-Fi it's really good.
It's
Okay.
probably
Okay.
commercial.
What I find is that I have to keep YouTube open with the screen on while that app is
That's
processing
true,
and
yeah.
uploading. If your screen is locked or black or whatever, it's not gonna upload.
So you
Or
have
it's
to
gonna
keep
pause.
pressing it
Alright.
So
to
you
keep
need to
it
like
active.
set your auto brightness so it's on forever.
Is
Or-
that what
or
it is?
forever.
Okay, because I
Yeah.
tried to like.
So
turn
just
off
keep
the-
tapping the screen is
If
what you're
that's
saying, so
easier.
that it stays
Who
open.
wants to stay by their phone for the?
But you can, Jen, you can turn it on so it just doesn't.
So it
shut
doesn't. I
off.
gotta.
Right.
Okay, so it's
Okay.
the
I'll
brightness.
show you.
All right,
Okay,
show me.
so after this, she'll show you, well, so yeah, because,
But you can't,
Yeah, no,
you
that
can't
sounds good.
complain
so
about it though.
actually,
I'm not a
so why
complainer.
don't you
Don't
take,
complain about
why
it.
don't, here's my phone, maybe you can show her,
Okay.
because
Alright,
we
so
all
this
have
is-
iPhones,
Look,
right?
Yeah,
So
we're
we'll-
gonna go into
Right.
settings.
Mhm.
Do you need to write this
and-
down, Jen, or do you think you'll remember?
Yeah, actually, that would be helpful on this.
That's
either.
a
Okay.
good idea.
So there, okay, so settings,
Display and brightness.
Alright, so setting, display, brightness.
Then you're gonna go right here, auto lock.
Oh, auto lock. Alright.
And then you're gonna pick which one. Like Val's is on 1 minute right now.
Mhm.
so
if she
actually you
puts
could
her phone
change
down-
mine if you don't mind.
To what?
To never.
1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
5 minutes is more than enough for mine, and then I'll switch it
So
back.
basically, then you wouldn't have to touch your screen for 5 minutes. If
How
you
about never for me then?
Yeah,
put it
that'd
on
be
there,
great.
That's fine.
Yep.
You just have to remember that it's gonna take your battery and you're gonna have to shut the phone
That's
off.
okay, that's fine.
Okay.
I'll just keep it plugged in during the time. I'll do it overnight or something, right?
Well, no, because you can only do one video at a time.
Oh, I see.
So you're gonna have to do it, wait like 10 minutes for it to upload, then do another
Oh.
video. You
10
can't,
minutes?
well,
Mine's been doing it for 2 days. I still
But
don't
you
know how you
can't-
guys are doing this.
okay, well, we'll try one.
Alright, yeah, let's try. We
Okay.
should definitely try
Well,
one.
that's okay,
Oops.
we'll try one after this.
Alright, there we go.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's how you do that. So what you
Okay.
want to do is you want to select one video. Now what I've been doing is I select one video
Mhm.
and I label it. in the
Okay.
title.
Yeah, usually I did start out like that, then I was having trouble with it, and so now I've just been uploading.
Okay,
You
so-
can go back and edit it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Alright,
That's what you need to do.
yeah, so.
Okay.
Alright. Even though I kind of remember, cause you know why, I remember the, well, on the.
Okay,
on the
so let's
iPhone,
just,
yeah,
so that's
worked out.
really good, so,
Alright, yeah,
so
thank
that's
you.
it, and then I showed you earlier the buttons that you can do it from photos.
Right, got it.
Or from YouTube,
Excellent.
and so they both, yours works from photos, mine. if
I
it
do
was
mine from
to-
YouTube.
Yeah, so if you just do it from
Yeah.
YouTube to the camera, then that will upload these long videos.
Right.
If you do it from photos, it won't upload anything
Right.
over 15 minutes.
Okay.
So that's why, okay, so that's it, and then you started, I think we have time for, so that's great, so
Mhm.
now you can spend the time, you won't have to go to the mall or whatever,
Yeah,
and
that is,
just.
well, I like
okay.
going to the mall anyway.
Well,
just
but, you know, so then you,
Go
so
on.
do you want to set a goal as to when you'll have all your videos uploaded?
Well, it would be nice by the end of the first week in September.
Okay, so
Oh,
are
oh,
you
wait, so
worried
you
at
mean
all
for
about
all
your
of them,
phone?
right?
Well,
All of
are you
them.
worried about your phone, like, you know, getting full or anything now?
Yeah, so I've been doing
Okay.
them day by day.
Okay, so
Yeah, I
everything's
still have-
uploaded now?
No, not,
Okay.
no, because I'm still waiting for, like,
Well,
one takes, like, as I said, I've been
Okay.
going to the mall,
So
literally.
if you remember what the
Mhm.
professor said, the best is, I would focus on uploading the ones where you're the counselor.
Oh, yeah,
Because
she
she
did
said,
say-
don't
okay.
worry about the ones where you're the
I'm
participant.
gonna actually write that down.
Okay, and then I would just delete all the other ones unless you're, or upload those second.
Okay,
Does that make sense?
yep,
Okay,
yeah, that sounds good.
great. And then you said there's
But I still
second.
have space, because I
Yeah.
upgraded my space.
Okay, well, good
I'm not
for you.
gonna
I'm
keep the
too cheap,
upgraded.
right.
No, I'm not gonna
Yeah.
keep it like that, it's $2.99, I'm
Right.
not keeping
Okay,
that,
so as soon as you do them,
I'm getting
as
rid
soon
of
as they're on
them.
YouTube, they're good.
Exactly.
So you took some advice from one of your peers,
Mhm.
and then you started to say your second issue was around the cans training.
Oh yeah, okay, so the cans, like I've been doing about 3 hours every, I don't know, every
Yep.
so often,
Okay.
and I don't know how, I'm just wondering how you're doing it, cause, you feel like
It's a
watching
20,
it-
it's 20 hours.
it's a lot, yeah, it's a
right?
lot, so I'm just wondering, is there a better way to get all this done, because I'm finding trouble with the, like those, what do you call them, the
The
vignettes?
vignettes.
Yeah, those are kinda, I don't know, they're, like me, I have to go back, read everything, go back, read everything, go back, read everything.
Well, it just depends on how you learn. There's a script
Yeah,
underneath it.
so,
You don't have to play the vignette if you wanna just, if you're a
you
visual.
can just take it, I know, but for
No,
me-
meaning like you
oh,
can just read, like if you hit the button, there's a script of everything they're saying in the video.
If you don't want to watch
If you
it.
don't wanna watch it.
Oh, really?
Yep, just right underneath. It'll say,
Oh,
so you could, if you're a reader instead of, you don't like the video.
oh, I see what you
Yeah.
mean, oh, yeah, no, I've been doing everything.
Yeah,
That's
you
why I
don't,
think I'm
that's,
still-
well, you don't have to do both. It's
Well,
one or the
I'm
other.
only like a 5 hours in, cause I've been,
Yeah.
I've been
It's-
doing both, sometimes I read it, if I have to go back, I read it, you mean to listen to it audio, what are you talking about?
So what I'm saying is when you get to
At the
the vignette
bottom?
where it's an audio,
Mm-hmm.
if you're the person that doesn't like listening, you can press the button
Oh,
underneath
yeah,
it
okay,
and you can just
okay.
read what they're talking about.
That's true, yeah, I've been doing both.
It just
Either way, it
depends on
still
what
is
kind of
taking
learning.
forever. I
Yeah,
don't
well,
know,
it's 20
like,
hours. I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a long
that's-
training.
It's a long training.
Yeah,
It's
but I
20
find
hours.
those questions, like at the end, I'm like going back to find out like what certain things mean. You have to go back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah,
It's-
because it's a new
Alright,
tool.
yeah.
It's a learning. We're
Yeah,
all
this
learning.
is okay. Just wanted to make sure it's. Well, you
Take
seem
notes.
good. You
So,
did good.
well, if you'd like a little advice from
Yeah,
me,
yeah, I
I
would.
took it.
uh-huh.
What
And you did 20 hours of
I
it.
did, I finished.
Wow.
I'm certified.
Mm-hmm.
So the
Wow.
focus
Okay,
is
that's great.
on, even though there's a lot of information, if you
Mhm.
just focus on the scaling,
The scaling.
the 0 through 2, 3.
Focus on-
If you focus just on that, in that, a lot of that's at the beginning, the rest of it's about ethnicity and
Mhm.
lots of great useful diversity information. But the testing is all on being able to look at a scenario and then do the cans.
Okay.
So if I knew that at the beginning, I would have spent more time on that. Because it just takes so long to get through it.
All right.
You're getting tested on what was probably the first third of the class, and you're trying to do it at the end.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I struggled with that because I did it over a period of time,
Right.
and then
Yeah.
at the end, I thought
It's
I
really
got,
the
had a handle
beginning,
on it,
right.
but like it's your interpretation versus
Yep, and
somebody
it's
else
the
that has more
beginning.
experience.
Okay.
and I felt what was helpful to me is I printed off the scaling.
Oh, you
So
did.
you could keep, and then when you're doing so I printed all off, because I'm a visual learner,
Mhm.
so I had it with me for each, so it's only 6 pages long, it looks like it's huge, but, I mean, I printed
Where did you
it.
get that? On the
It's
website?
on the end, yeah, it's in the training.
Oh, great.
So print off the
I might
cans,
have to sign up.
so, it has it by section, but then when you're going to take the test, there's a little I button, and it gives you that scaling. So,
Okay.
so when you're,
Yeah, I
it'll
did see
say
that,
you're like
yeah.
scaling cultural diversity or what, I forget that, and then you looked at the scaling,
Mm-hmm.
and then it flips you to that piece of the 6 pages that I printed off.
Okay.
Automatically, if I hadn't known that, there's no way I would have passed it, because you needed to look at that scale.
Yeah, I felt like I needed something to
Right.
reference,
Yep.
like.
So print it
Yeah,
off,
me too.
if it's printed up, but then as you're doing the testing, there's a little button that they don't tell you, it's just the I button, just like
Oh
on
yeah,
your-
the info or
an
whatever.
info button, and then that flips you right to that section of the scaling.
Okay.
And I had to keep, I actually kind of say it out loud, and then the key seemed to be it was about that visual piece, and that's where
Yeah, I need
originally where I was screwing up in the testing. It wasn't about the person might have used drugs in the past, it's about what were they telling you then, that I've been clean now meant that they're at zero risk
I
then.
understand.
That's what was messing me up.
Okay.
So I was flunking the pre-test because I was like, oh, they used to be a drug addict, but so, and it was pretty passing, they were pretty definitive, like, I still don't know that I do a good job between a 2 and a 3, but they were, in the real test, it was, most of them were or 0 or a 3 kind of thing, you know what I mean, like, they made it pretty easy to pass
Yeah.
if you
Well,
looked at it that way. Well, but you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
if you look at it that
Yeah.
way.
yeah,
and
if
then
you
the-
look at it that way.
and
yes.
then the multiple choice questions, I know I aced those. I never could see the results, it just said I passed. I'm sure they were there somewhere that you could
Yeah,
regurgitate.
me, I
but
went like I'm
I
going
couldn't.
back and forth.
Right,
Back and
yep,
forth,
and that's what,
Yeah.
I think that's
Just
pretty
so
much
I
the
know
norm.
it for the future. Like I want to
Right.
know this,
Yep.
this.
So
I
you'll
don't-
practice
I don't
when
wanna
you're
have
in
to
the
refer-
field.
That's what I said,
That's the
I'd
thing.
love to have done, I'd
I
love to
want
have
to know
done
what I'm
it,
talking.
right.
Like I
Well,
just feel
but-
like you got to know what you're talking about when you get to
Experience.
No, it's
Okay,
exper-
true,
right.
true. Really?
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, you get better at things as time goes on.
Yeah, but you can really. Oh yeah, true.
I mean, you
I
can
just-
study, but every situation is different. Every client
That
is
is true.
different.
That
every...
is true. But the ones that you said that you like he's not using now, like he's using like he did. He did. So you can.
what
really
I
factor that
found
in.
the most helpful thing was when I went to take the test, when I didn't do it right, it gave me why it wasn't right.
Yeah.
And then when I listened to what they were telling me, even though I was totally stressed out, I did some of it in the morning, and then I waited and said, I'm too stressed out doing this, because I really don't want to have to do this like 10 times.
Right.
And I felt like then I came back at night and said, all right, I can do this, I can do this, I can do it. And then I figured I'd have to take it 2 or 3 times, but I miraculously passed it.
Right.
Good
So,
job.
okay,
Yeah, that
so
was
does that
excellent.
help? So that
Yeah,
kind
that
of,
definitely helps. That definitely helps, and especially like
13, so
the
we're good. So that's
not
sort of,
now, but
yeah.
was in the past.
So that kind of ends our time today. So
Okay.
it was really great to work with you guys. We were able to look at some peer-to-peer things, and I wish you the best. And
Thank
you know, if you
Yeah,
spend the
thank you.
time thinking about some of what we went through, and we'll meet again next week,
Great.
same time, same place.
All right, we'll see you then.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks.